How you going, everybody? Brother Stavanis here, and I'm here with Matt Lee.
Hello.
And we're running another test event for the EOH event 2024 in Brisbane coming up in January 25th. And I've decided to run Alpha Legion, and Matt's been very gracious to come have a game with me and help me to test my list out and to see how it will run. I'll go through my list later on in the video, but essentially I decided to go with Caesaran in this one as a Rewards of Treason. It's usually either that or Fire Drakes for me, and so we need to test out like how they're going to go. We're also going to need to test out veterans as well, because we were discussing about, you know, veterans being weapon skill 5, and then also should you give them Nemesis bolters because
they're relentless.
Because they're relentless, so you can like run, they can move with them and still shoot. So this is two things we're going to be testing in the game. Matt's running Imperial Fist, Stone Gauntlet, and he's got the waters in there. He's got all that in there, so it's pretty competitive. It's not super cheesy. You're not running 3 squads of them. It's but I want him to do that because it's going to be an event. No doubt there's going to be a cheese dick there rocking up with a min-maxed Imperial Fist list of Stone Gauntlet. So, you know, in order to get my list as competitive as possible without being like a cheese dick about it, and running 3 units of Fire Drakes or 3 units of Caesarans, I want to sort of find a little bit of a balance with it so that, yes, it's a competitive list, it can be strong enough to go up against other players who will be really, really good there, because like a lot of all the top players in the country going there. But I also don't want to be a filthy prick and just be a complete fedora hat wearer. I'm picking the Caesarans as well for that reason, because in my head at the moment they're not as strong as the Fire Drakes, but we'll wait and see how we go in the video. Is there anything you wanted to add, Matt?
No, that's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. Alright guys, we'll see you in the bat rep. Hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, stay tuned for my Linnean tactical video. It's halfway done. I just wanted to do a little bit more research into stuff because I'm trying to do the video to be as thorough with the tactic as possible. Alright, let's do it.
Alright.
So Alpha Legion, we have the Contemptor Dreadnought WYSIWYG with the 2 Gravis Power Fist, 2 Multi-Melter. We've got a Linnean Terminator Squad WYSIWYG. So we've got the Power Fist there, and we've also got the Rest Reduced Axes and Volkite. Now, I'll do a video on these a bit later, talking about how I think they're really good. A lot of people giving them crap, like it's not a very popular unit, but stay tuned, I'll talk about my thoughts on those guys a bit later, okay? I think that they're definitely viable if used correctly. So then we've got just a humble tactical squad here, just with bolters. This is going to be my veteran squad. So we're going to test out the Nemesis bolters on the veterans today. This isn't a final list. I'm still sort of chopping things around. Next time I might put close combat weapons on them. But for now, it's a sergeant with a bolter power fist, and then 4 veterans with Nemesis bolt guns as well. Just, you know, because we just want to see how they go. I'm thinking perhaps they'll be good at sniping out Thunderhammers against the Storm Shield dudes from the Imperial Fists. We've got the Cataphracti Praetor, who's WYSIWYG, and then we've got this is actually his command squad. I've got my Fire Drakes just proxying them to today. They're on the painting table still. So the command squad will have Thunderhammers, 2 with Thunderhammers and Magna Combi weapons being Melter. And then 1 will have a Thunderhammer and a Vexilla, so he'll be lying. These breaches here are going to be filling in for the Invictus Caesaran today, right? So that's them, and I'll be running Pride of the Legion and obviously the Invictus Caesaran are my Rewards of Treason unit. The Warlord trait I've chosen is the Hydra Excursia, and so that will give that squad +1 to hit. So that'll be really cool because it means they're already weapon skill 5, and it basically means that if they go up against other weapon skill 5, they should be hitting them on 3s, correct? Because it's +1 to hit. And weapon skill 4s, they'll be hitting them on 3s as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, but anyway, it's still good. Oh, and Power Dagger on the Linnean Sergeant, so he's got 5 attacks on the charge. And I think I gave them Power Daggers. I'll have to just double check. But all good, yeah. So, actually no, I didn't, because the Thunder Hammers aren't specialists, so they don't get the extra attack with them. So yeah, no, I'll check the list, but I don't think I gave it. Specialist, yeah. So, okay guys, so that's it. So it's Alpha Legion and Imperial Fists. We're going to roll off for the, see what mission we're doing and everything. The one thing about my list, and this is sort of like my theory and how I'm sort of going into the event, is like the whole army is line, except for the Dreadnought. And I could take the Dreadnought out and add more line units, but I really like Contemptors, and like they're especially brutal in Zone Mortalis. Like one of the last games we were playing with Night Lords, it's on the channel, like Matt and I were playing it. You see Matt's Dreadnought, like his Word Bearer's Dreadnought, just pasted Terminators. I just pasted them with all the brutal attacks. So it's kind of like, I think a Contemptor is mandatory of some type in a Zone Mortalis list. But yeah, just tell her what you got there.
Well, I'll tell you what I have. Praetor with Tartarus, Paragon Blade, and Storm Shield. 5 Command Squad Terminators with 3 Thunder Hammers, includes a Banner Guy, and a Solar Power Gauntlet, and a Chain Fist.
Nice. And who are these guys again, sorry?
Those are my veteran Marines.
The veterans.
They're elites in this game because I'm running Stone Gauntlet.
Yep.
WYSIWYG, 6 guys of Nemesis Bolters and Charnable Sabres, and Sergeant with just a regular bolt gun and a Power Fist.
Beautiful.
2 squads of Phalanx Warders, each exactly the same. They each have 3 Thunder Hammers, including 1 on each Sergeant, and Contemptor with 2 Gravis Power Fist and Combi Warriors.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Alright, well it looks pretty competitive, but that's what we want because I want to test it for the event. Awesome. Just rolled off for the mission and we got Stratagem Assault. So Matt's just deploying now. One of the rules is that like if I kill Matt's Warlord, there can be 2 victory points granted. I don't think there's, in the first turn, I don't think there's really any way that I'm going to be able to do that. I do have those Nemesis sniper rifles though, the Nemesis bolters, which give precision.
Oh, it's any unit.
It's any unit. Okay, so not just the HQ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's achievable then. But I'll get 2 victory points to that. Imperial Fists are tough though. And then, yeah, so Stratagem Assault. And essentially what's going to happen is, so Matt rolled to deploy first. I'm not going to seize. Essentially, he deploys in these 2 tiles, and I've essentially just got to defend these 2 tiles right here. So it's basically a defense mission. I really like it. I think it's going to be awesome. This is a sick mission. It's going to be a lot of fun. I also get 8 RP, so 8 reserve points, as opposed to Matt 6, which is weird. I guess because I'm the defender, so I get an extra 2 reserve points, and I'm not going to argue with that. So here's the deployment. We've got the Imperial Fists deployed in a nice line across here, ready to assault. We're saying that this is the bridge of the ship. And the Alpha Legion, so I've put the Linneans in, I've put the veteran squad of Nemesis Bolters in, and I've got the Caesaran here behind the walls, out of line of sight, and the command squad and Praetor just in this little area here, sort of just hiding away just for now. They're going to be sort of like the last bastion of defense. I still have a tactical squad to come in from reserves and the Dreadnought. So I've done that basically because there's no like objectives here. So the whole thing of my force being line is a little bit less important, but that's totally cool. It's still really good because you don't know like what mission you're going to play at an event. So turn 1, movement and shooting. Matt went first. He moved everybody up, basically forward off the line. He had his veterans pop out with Nemesis bolters. He was able to see one of my Caesaran up here. I tanked his shot though. He could only see one of them. And that was pretty much his turn. In my turn, I just basically moved the Linneans up towards this wall a bit so they're harder to see. And my veterans popped out and shot at his unit. He reacted, moved back. I didn't kill anyone though because I still had like one guy in visual range. And then I just moved the Caesarans here and these guys just stayed there. The command squad has stayed there. Now, I was thinking about using my one-time Alpha Legion reaction there where they can basically move and then disappear and that, but I didn't use it. I saved it. Luckily, the Sergeant tanked it. Doesn't really matter though, because remember, these guys are chosen warriors, so they can spread the wounds around anyway. So, and that's where we are at turn 1. So that's, yep, so we're just doing the wounds for the Caesaran fighting back. Another one dead. So they just hit into the command squad. Man, I don't know, this might kill him. Fuck, I don't know. Makes it. Makes it. Yeah, the Caesarans made all their saves. It's crazy.
Yep, kills the...
Dead.
And these are all on the Praetor.
All on Praetor.
Yeah.
He goes.
Makes him.
Oh, he makes him.
No, next it kills him.
He kills him, yes. It's instant death, so... Wow. Holy shit. Is that turn then? Because I'll just...
Yeah, so
yeah.
You've got... yeah, you got an extra point for Counter-Strike. And
well, no, because that wasn't the first turn of the game.
This is your first turn, right? Oh,
yeah, no, that's second turn. Yeah, because the first time we did nothing.
But you do get select.
I slay the warlord.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
All right, so I'll recap the.
Mortalis called.
Wow, what a turn! Okay, so so Matt, as you saw from turn 1, Matt moved his Taratos up with his Praetor. I then moved the Invictus Caesarian up, basically thinking, you know, all right, awesome. I'm going to get first turn charge. My axes are going to go first because, you know, they're striking initiative. Then Matt pulled out his freaking special one-time a game ability, which is basically that they deny you a charge and then they charge instead. So he actually robbed me of my extra attacks on the axes, which was crazy because I wasn't charging on that turn. And then he went first with a lot of it. There was a challenge. We killed each other. The Invictus was spreading the wounds around.
Definitely Thunderhammers.
The Thunderhammers, so he ended up swinging at me with his Praetor and he got like pretty much all the hits. The Caesarans literally tanked all of the brutal hits. It was nuts. And then they struck back and they wiped the command squad out. Pretty crazy result. So the other thing that happened here is that I came out, shot at Matt with the Nemesis bolters. He then used the Mortalis reaction to move forward, which is freaking annoying. I took a wound off him, but that's not what I want. I don't necessarily want him coming closer to me. So I'm really sketchy about like just shooting in Mortalis in general. Like, I don't know though, guys. I mean, there's still a whole bunch of bloody 3-up invulnerable re-rollable saves coming at me. 4-up re-rollable. Oh, yeah. But I have kind of a plan on how I can mitigate that. Matt still has his Dreadnought to come on too, so we'll see how it goes. But that was pretty crazy turn 2. We'll move on to turn 3. Wow. So end of Matt's turn 3, I think, is it? First turn of turn 3. I think we're at turn 3 now, yeah. So another very interesting turn. So Matt's come up here. He's basically flanked his dreadnought. He shot at my veterans with Nemesis combi bolters. They used the reaction to sort of skip behind the wall a little bit the best they could. You know, making a lot of them invisible to him. He did manage to do a wound though, and then what happened? They basically his veterans came, shot at the command squad. I used my one-time game Alpha Legion ability to shunt the command squad over here. It was a direct hit on the scatter dice, so they scattered in over here, and then he shot at them though because he could still see two of the command squad guys. They basically didn't do any wounds. He moved his warders up, and he moved his warders up here. He tried to charge the dreadnought, but he failed because of the 2 inches away Alpha Legion. And on to my turn 3 now. So, but he does have a unit in my deployment zone, so I need to get rid of that. Otherwise, I can't win the game. So yeah, it'll be a draw, but like I can't win until that goes. So I've got to think now how I deal with that. Whether I chuck thunder hammers into it, what I want to do, but I'm a little bit scarce because I know how good those fists are against freaking Terminators. So yeah, and 4-up invols are nice, but not too good against brutal. So cause a little bit of an issue. I will probably bring my my tactical squad on now though. And what could be a good tactic is perhaps, because the sergeant has a power fist, what could be a good tactic is just to chuck him in there as a meat shield, see if they survive, so to hold him up for a turn possibly. But I'll work it out now, so going on to Alpha Legion turn 3. Guys, alright, so another brutal turn. Pretty nuts. So Caesarion went for the charge. The other guys failed their leadership. They ran back.
We failed the reaction.
The reaction, sorry. They failed the reaction. So they went back. The Caesarians surged forward a bit. It was a complete grinder over here. So there was heaps of shooting. The veterans shot a wound off the other veterans. The Linneans peppered a wound off with Volkite on the other veterans, killed one, I think. I managed to take a wound off Matt's Contemptor with my multi-melt, my Gravis melters. The 2 combi melters in the command squad fire did nothing. And then the sniper rifles went against the dudes and they did nothing. Dreadnoughts, so then the Linneans charged the sniper squad, ended up killing him. The Dreadnought charged Matt's Dreadnought, ended up killing him, but it's got 3 wounds remaining. Hydra Exemplar didn't go off. Not Hydra Exemplar. It will not die. No, Eternal. Yeah, it will not die.
It will not die.
Yeah, it will not die. Didn't roll a 5, but I'm thinking about, it'd be cool to put a Primaris Medicae in there. You get a 4-up for it, but we'll talk about that later in my next video, which will be on Linneans. And look, I mean, that's pretty much it. It was a massive turn. I managed to push Matt out of my objective zone at the moment. Let's see how this goes. I'm hoping that it might be okay because the warders are good. Like, they're really strong, but they don't have as much offensive power. So I'm hoping if I can just sort of like stop him from coming in, I might be able to hold this. This is the start of turn 4. Now, is that your whole movement, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to declare an Overwatch then in your movement phase with my Volkites here.
Yeah.
All right?
Sixes
here. All right, guys, we'll do this and I'll get back to you. The turn 4, Matt's come back up and the combat went on here as well. So basically there's just 2 units left on Matt's side of things, the Warders. Warders charged in Himalayans, ended up killing a dude, and they charged in here. I spread the wounds out on the Caesarian. They actually killed a few of his guys. So we're going into Alpha Legion turn 5. Now, the thing is, technically, Matt is just in my deployment zone. However, I have gotten another victory point because I killed his character in a duel here. Can still be done because Matt can kill him and then it's a draw. So yeah, but I'm happy with this list so far for Alpha Legion. I do have some adjustments, but I'll talk about that at the end. Cool, so that's game, end of turn 5, Alpha Legion win. Quite a substantial victory for Alpha Legion. It wasn't the way I thought that would go. Very happy with the list. I'm thinking though, I'm gonna actually take the tactical squad out and probably run another squad of Caesaran, maybe. I'll have to switch the Pride of the Legion thing out and tweak that a bit. But that's where Linneans come in because they've got line, right?
You need compulsory troop choices though.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'll jig it up later on. I'll work it out, you know, what's going on. Yeah, but I did roll very well a couple of times as well. Like, I got really lucky.
Linneans.
Yeah, the Linneans saved.
Pride of Legion.
Yeah, I did heaps of saves, so, but yeah, it's a pretty crazy result. You know, we'll stay tuned for the next video. We'll talk about the Linnean Terminators. I think they're actually good. I really do. And yeah, alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.